everyone, Jesse Pump, love and relationship artist. Good to see everyone jumping on. This is the Hell on Heels Girls Club, live every Sunday now for 3 years here on TikTok, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Girl, if you don't follow, hit that follow button. So this is girls only content, so we get some boys jumping on, and we'll take care of them a little bit later. Because girls, the boys like it when you take care of them. So we've never met before. I'm Jesse Pump, love and relationship artist. And girl, have you settled? Because, we're all so quick. We are just so quick on the draw to say, I don't settle. And it feels so good. It feels empowering. But we look at our lives and we're unhappy. Well, why are we unhappy? Because we settled. That's right. Helen's on. Helen, good to see you. And Helen, we're talking about settling and adapting. So girl, think about this. You're unhappy. Am I right? Could the money be better? Relationships better? Health better? But you'll stand up and say, I don't settle. Girl, you settled on some poor choices. Well, just like we could settle on poor choices, we could settle on a good choice. So girl, leave a like if you're pro-choice for good choices. So listen, Helen, can you help me? Helen's got the pink gavel, and there's some nasty comments coming in. So something we do here. So if it's your first time, welcome, and you're gonna love this. This is the only live show with a very special mascot for people who like to say mean things. For boys and girls who like to say mean things to other girls. So Helen has a big gavel, and it's gonna sound like this. I'll demonstrate. So when you hear we're gonna count to 3, girls. And we're gonna say no weenies allowed, okay? Helen, gavel, please. There it is. 1, 2, 3, no weenies allowed. No weenies allowed. Girls, only quality weenies from now on. And shout out to Mermaid Amber Houts. Amber Houts says, Jesse. I said, yes, Amber. She says, we are so tired of all these Frankfurters. We want some Nathan's kosher all beef 100%. So girls, only quality weenies from now on, okay? Because girls, what do poor quality weenies do? Well, they're bad for our health, that's right. They affect our flora and our fauna, which is very delicate, our pH balance. So let's leave a like for Mr. Weenie. Girls, you know you're having a good time. You're like, I can't believe it. I just saw a giant weenie. Yeah, that's right. That's Mr. Weenie. Been with me for 3 years. He's a hard worker. So we never met before. I'm Jesse Pump, love and relationship artist. So I want to say my saying hello. Good to see you. First time, okay. So let's get something established. There is a lot of content for girls. It's wrong. It keeps you single. It keeps you unhappy. It keeps you miserable. Girl, if you're going to sit and watch another girl cry in the car about her problems, what does that do to your energy? What does that do to your karma? You say, well, Jesse Pump, I'm doing research. In case I break up or I got to break up with somebody. We say the dumbest things. Listen, you watch this kind of content, it affects your karma, your aura, your energy, okay? So girl, if you're tired of settling, because you settled, if you're not happy, you settled. This has got nothing to do with a man. It's got everything to do with you. So earlier today, shout out to Mermaid Amy. Amy says, because we were talking, listen, this is very important, about not being combative. Listen, girl, when you consume a lot of negative content, it makes you masculine and combative. Listen, Mermaid Amy was combative today. She says, Jesse Pump. As we were talking about, body hair. Is body hair okay? Yes or no? Well, listen, if you want to defend hairy legs, girl, go right ahead, but I'm not going to stand for it. Because smooth is it. Top models, smooth. Top actresses, smooth. So girl, if you like it hairy, and if you have a man and he likes it hairy, good for you. But it wasn't a funny story. It wasn't funny when it happened. But have you met my man, Chrissy Salem? Okay, well, we share a profile everywhere. That's him. Oh, I love him so much. But I have my own YouTube channel, but we share a profile on social media everywhere. And so we lay down to go to sleep. And he puts his leg on mine. He says, Jesse Pump, is that razor stubble? I got up and re-shaved so we could sleep good. Girl, Harry is out. So leave a like if you like it smooth. So we're talking about settling and adapting. Okay? So when we settle, we're unhappy. When we're unhappy, we consume more negative content. Nothing seems to make us happy. And girl, the amount of antidepressants prescribed to women is at ridiculous highs. That just proves that you're not happy because you settled. Maybe you settled on some wrong beliefs, some beliefs that aren't serving you anymore. That happens. See? So girl, what is it you want to happen in your life? You want that money to be better? You know, no financial worries. Maybe you want to start a business of your own. Girl, or is it health? Isn't health, girl? 71% of American women are overweight or obese. Is it your health? Are you struggling with that last 10 pounds, which is really 25, okay? Or is it more? You settled. And then we back it up by saying, well, when we talk about men, he should accept me for who I am. No, he doesn't. He won't. He hasn't. Now, listen, I know you had a friend of a friend that happened to, but girl, it's like winning the lottery. Listen, it's much better to adapt and get what you want as soon as possible. Isn't that right? Now, why would you want to wait? Oh, we've got some negative comments. Again, listen, we get some weenies in here. So are you a weenie? Yeah, are you a boy or a girl? You know, Jesse Pump reads her analytics. Listen, mermaids, this is so interesting. So these negative comments are coming from one particular age group, and it's split down the middle, male and female, ages 40 to 60. People ages 40 to 60 that should have learned some important life lessons, but are out here like worse than little children who have no good upbringing, saying negative things. So girl, you believed it, right? You believed in something bigger. You got the house, it's paid for. Kids are gone. You're alone. You're alone again. You have to go to work on Monday. You worked all week. You know, you work all week. You get to Friday, you say Friday. Saturday, you get your things done. And Sunday, you wake up and you're still alone. And you settled. Okay, so how do we adapt? So we established the fact that you settled, and you don't have to settle. Oh, Saya. Mermaid sister Saya, good to see you. And Saya, we've been talking about settling or adapting. So girl, the first thing we do, are you listening? The first thing we do is we get a spiral, a notebook, right? A journal or a diary. See? And we write down our goals and our dreams. Because up until today, you've thought about them, and that's good. But when you write them down, you give them life. And every time you write them down, you give them more life. So what is it for you, girl? Financial independence, not having to go to work all the time, losing that weight finally, getting some procedures done, whatever it is for you. It all starts here. But sadly, most girls don't do this. Because it's work, it's a little bit of work. You gotta stop what you're doing and write things down. But the girls that do it have the results. So you're saying, Jesse Pump, tell me about one girl who's got results like you're talking about. Okay? Modern day, today, you can follow her here because I do. She's my role model, Elena Cardone. Do you know who Elena Cardone is? Well, girl, you don't know your social media. Elena Cardone is Grant Cardone's wife. And she landed a beautiful life, a beautiful man, a beautiful family, everything. She didn't settle. She adapted. And she got what she wanted. The tall guy went, oh, do you know Grant Cardone's the bazillionaire in Florida? Oh, he's such a hunk. But he's spoken for. So girls, take a look at Elena Cardone. Oh, good job, Saya. That's good. I'll say hi to Billy and Astra's on Astra. Good to see you. And we're having a good time at the most funnest girls' party anywhere. Get your pink and fuzzy things. Feel good. It's a safe place for us girls who are alone again tonight because we settled. Girls, we don't settle, we adapt. So how did Elena Cardone, how does Jessie Pump, how did Jessie Pump, how do so many girls adapt? And so many of you don't. Well, number one, say this with me. I don't settle. Haven't you said that before? But this time it's different. I don't settle on anything less than the best for me. I don't settle on anything except best for me. So what is best for you? A big bank account? Girl, you know it. Girl, is it a great looking body, good health? You know it. Is it relationships? Maybe you don't get along with a lot of people. Most girls have trouble getting along. Whatever it is for you, we're going to adapt. And the adaptation starts as soon as we start writing down our goals and our dreams. It's okay to have them in our mind, but once we write them down, oh, girl, they get life. Oh, Billy's on. Billy, good to see you. And we've been talking about adapting versus settling. So it's all over social media. We've all heard this so many times. I don't settle in reference to men. We're not even, you don't qualify for a man because you settled on poor choices in your life. What good man's going to want you? Come and fix your problems? No man wants baggage. No man wants that. Got it? No man who's got money. And girl, you said you want the man that's got money, so we got to adapt. So are you looking for that man? Are you looking for that romance? What is your priority? Or is it your money? Is it your health? Pick one. Just pick one right now. And whatever that is for you, consider it. Say, okay, whatever I've been doing up until today, I'm not happy. For example, let's say your weight. Whatever it is you've been trying and doing and attempting up until today hasn't worked. You settled. You settled on maybe losing 20 pounds this year, gaining back 30 next year. Yo-yo dieting. You settled on that. You think that's normal. That's how it works. No, that's called settling. So we talk about the way we look, the way we feel, girls. How is it you want to look? Do you even know? What size do you want to be? Because if you're not sure, then you don't get results. But that's what our journal's for. See? So if it's weight, girl, then write down, I want to, look, Jessie Pump, I'm a size 20, I want to be a size 5. Okay, get that written down. That's how it starts. It's not about the next detox or, Jessie, I'm going to drink clay and soil for 14 days and lose this damn weight. It's not about that. All this is tied together. Because, girl, if you're looking good and feeling good, guess what? Your money's going to be looking good and feeling good. Your relationships are going to be looking good and feeling good. So now we're going to go right back to the beginning, which is you. You settled. I'm going to show you how not to settle anymore, starting now. And I gave you the first tip. Your journal, your spiral notebook. If you don't have one, you got to get one. Girl, if it's a napkin tonight, you got to write on. But your goals and dreams are going to paper. And you don't, listen, very important, you don't share them with anybody. Your goals and your dreams are yours. When you share them, listen, you give away their power. Don't give away their power, they're yours. Understood, okay. So we go back to our aura, our energy. Girl, we all know karma's for real. You don't have to be religious. But listen, karma, energy, aura, it's all the same thing. I'm leaving astrology out of the mix. The science is way out on that one. And we don't need to get into astrology. Let's just look at your karma, girl. Let's look at your aura, your energy. So let's say you went to Sephora. Jessie Pump, I spent $300 on makeup. I got the good stuff. I got my nails done maybe, got my hair done. I went to Ross, they got a great deal and some great fashion. So on the outside, girl, you're looking fine. So fine. A 10, let's say you look like a 10 today. Haven't you had a day where you feel like you look like a 10? Of course. But the inside, what's the rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for what's on the inside? It's like a 1. You say, well, Jessie Pup, how can you say that? Well, listen, if you're unhappy, even though you look good, top, head to toe, what you're looking at, you like, but what's on the inside's giving it an aura and energy, and you're repelling what you want, which is the good money, the great health, and great relationships. See? So it goes back to our aura, our energy. So one thing, listen, girl, one thing that is affecting you horribly. Dare I use the word insidious? It's a big word, I know, but I just learned and I'm so proud of myself, insidious. Because I said I need a particular word to explain this to the girls. Because you've had the wool pulled over your eyes. This is insidious. Crime, drama content, true crime, fake crime, whatever kind of crime. It's directly marketed to women. It keeps you coming back. And girl, in effect, what are you watching? Blood, death, gore, the ugliness of humanity. And you say, Jessie Pup, I've got to know these things. Every day, 7 days a week, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. How many of you have more than 3 or 4 crime dramas that you watch? Oh, you try to even it out with Candy Crush. It doesn't work. That stuff. But Jessie Pup, I've got to know about serial killers. I might have one living in my building. Well, listen, girl, do your research, but negative content makes your aura negative. Period. See? This is what you've been doing up until today. That is called settling. Girl, adapt. You say, well, what am I going to watch, Jessie? Well, listen, I'm going to give you a starting point. When you were a little girl, we were all little girls once. What was your favorite TV show? Girl, whether you have a subscription on YouTube or not, you can find your favorite show on YouTube and just watch a few minutes. Girl, then remember you were a virgin. You had dreams. You thought about a kingdom ahead of you, a king maybe, a beautiful wedding. But those things didn't turn out because you settled. Life happens, we make choices, and we settle. And we deceive ourselves saying, I don't settle. Yes, you did. You're unhappy. People who adapt, who are not settled, are extremely happy. See? So we start by getting out with it with a journal and a diary. We have to write our thoughts down, our goals and our dreams, and we don't share them with anybody. We don't give their power away. And we got to remember back to we were a little girl and watch a program and feel that again and replace these crime dramas. Like, girl, are you watching prank videos? Are you laughing at other people's misery? What does that do to your karma? Girl, don't be dumb. It affects it. Don't consume those things. Isn't it just like eating regular food? Girl, if you're packing away the nachos with extra cheese, what's that gonna do to your waistline? I know it's good. Oh, what about some healthy organic blue corn tortilla chips only? That's what I get to have. See? Because how I feel is more important than a big old plate of nachos. And girl, even like if you like nachos, ole. So is Elvis on Elvis Bravo? Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much, fam, for saying I love you too. Okay. And Amy's on. Good to see you. And we've been talking about settling and adapting. Girl, you've settled. It's got to stop. So quick review. What's the first thing we do to stop settling today? We get a journal, a diary, or a notebook. We write down our goals and dreams, and we don't share them with anybody. Number two, we're going to consider the crime dramas that we're watching. Listen, I'm going to share personal testimony. And I'm not proud of it, but I was addicted. Girl, I was addicted to Blue Bloods. Every day, every rerun, I would just sit and watch. You know, that Tom Selleck and that mustache made me crazy. But it was the crime, the gore, the drama. And girl, it affected my karma. When I look back on it, I wasn't a good person. My money wasn't good. I didn't have my man at the time. But I could tell you all about Blue Bloods and Tom Selleck's big old mustache. So girl, think about the content you're consuming. I'm going to give you another recommendation. Is this? The Rocky movies. The first 5 Rocky movies. Adrian Balboa. Girl. This is a girl who watched her aura, took care of her energy, her karma. And she had it all, a beautiful man, a beautiful house, a beautiful family, supported an older brother. She took care of her family. Well, she had Rocky, see? So I'm giving you 2 examples. A real life example, Elena Cardone, of a girl who adapted and won. And then a movie example, Adrian Balboa. You know, some girl comes out here and says, what can I learn from a Rocky movie? Well, let's see, you're 40 years old, single, 50 pounds overweight, and you got short hair and you're mad. I would watch a Rocky movie. You settled for some poor choices. Don't be down on yourself. It's got nothing to do. You know, a lot of girls go, oh, you get all hurt. Oh, Jesse, I can't believe you said that. No, listen, girl. Okay, so you settled. Doesn't matter how old you are. We turn it around today. That's it. That's how I did it. And here I am. You can be too. I think some of you have given up on yourselves. We don't want to talk about that now, do we? That's another show. I'm going to show you how to stop giving up on yourself. So it goes back to your aura, your energy. A lot of boys jumping on, say John. My first John is on, saying hi to Mercury, Steve, and Joseph. Joseph, hi, Joseph. Always good to see my Joey. So a lot of nice boys on TikTok today. Some of the girls being a little mean. Listen, which of you boys, you got a partner? Are you watching Jesse Pump privately? It's okay. It's our secret, okay? Because some married boys like to watch Jesse Pump, and that's okay. Good to have you. So we're going to do something for the boys, girls. Should we give the boys a little show first, or should we give them some girl advice? I say let's give them some girl advice and make them wait for a little bit of a show. So listen, the boys want to know, because this is a question. What does a man have to do to get a great looking girl? The pretty one, the one he wants. You know, and how does she get the man that she wants? Well, it all starts with, besides basic attraction, you gotta like what you see. Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach, boys. Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach. That's the big secret being kept from you, boys. Bigger paycheck, flatter stomach. That opens the door. Then we'll talk about if you got game or not. You gotta know how to talk too. Because a lot of boys are sitting by themselves. You'll be gaming, or you're gaming now, taking a break to be with Jesse Pump. It's okay. I'm with you. And girls too. You girls who are unhappy, ages 40 to 60. Girl. Okay, so you got a cat, a dog, you're unhappy. Listen, you settled. Look, we settle on beliefs. Girl, there's some things you may be believing about yourself that are incorrect. Have you looked? Have you taken inventory? If you're unhappy, something is making you unhappy. Have you identified it? The antidepressant doesn't solve the problem. It makes it manageable, but it doesn't solve it. What's causing the problem? In my case, it was heavy consumption of crime dramas. I saw what it did to me. Here's the second thing you are fighting. Girl, every girl fights this today. Is listen, so many girls are alone. It's so many girls are working. Whether you're working by yourself or in a 50-50 relationship, you go out in the marketplace. You get behind the wheel of a car. You got to go pay bills. Maybe you're a supervisor. You've got a team of people you lead all day long. Girl, all you girls are in your masculine. By necessity, you have to be. So do you understand that there's a masculine energy to us and a feminine? So our masculine energy, we have to use it. You know, when you walk out your front door, girl, you got to keep yourself safe. You got to watch. When I'm by myself, I'm watching. My masculine's turned up. You get behind the wheel of the car, you drive defensively, am I right? Your masculine's turned up. Walking alone in a parking lot, masculine turned up. See, it makes sense at the job. But listen, that same masculine energy is making you unhappy. You know, we need to get, listen, once you're done using it, like on your job, once you get home, it's masculine off completely. So how do we do that? So if you're having troubles and it shows itself up in the feeling of being unfriendly, you just feel unfriendly. Don't know why. I'm telling you why. You've been in your masculine. You got to get out of it. You got to go back and forth as your life dictates. So to get back in your feminine, some girls, you know, you'll go to the spa maybe on a Monday night. You do something. So there's a lesson there. So if I do something, I get back to my feminine quick. Because feeling masculine makes me unhappy, just like it makes you unhappy. So the first thing that we do, the first thing I do, is if I've had a heavy masculine day, you know, do you have a babe cave? Do you have your own space you can go to? I call it my babe cave. You know, where I come to think, sit down, and get into my feminine. So you come home, you're by yourself. Let's take some inventory real quick, girl. You like scents, you know, the plug-in scents, sprays, candles, all those things? Question, let me ask you. The particular scents you have now, how long have you had them? Because by nature, we buy the same ones because we like them. But those same scents have been through some bad times in our lives and they trigger memories. Makes us unhappy. Girl, change those plugins. See? We want to remove all triggers. This is being a pump girl. Leave a like if you're a pump girl. Oh, you know it. And we're talking about Candy's on. Candy, good to see you, Candy. Oh, I'm saying hi to Candy. Good to see you. What a treat. Oh, and Felix is on. And Elvis Bravo, good to see you. Como están? A lot of boys in Mexico. I see you. And we've been talking about settling versus adapting. So if you're tired of having settled for money you don't like, a health you don't like, maybe you're in a relationship you settled and it doesn't make you feel good. Well, we're putting a stop to that today because a pump girl doesn't settle. See? So getting into our feminine, do you have a babe cave? Number one, your own space. It could just be a little corner for now. Check your plugins. Check the candles. If these things have been with you a long time, they've been through your ups and downs, get rid of them. Get some different ones. There's so many. The variety's endless, girl. Do not trigger old memories. Like you say, I remember so-and-so, we were alone, and you remember the smell of lavender. Well, see, every time you smell lavender, you think of the bum that he left. You have to break up with him. Change your scents. Number two, rearrange the furniture. Make it a little bit different. If your furniture's been in the same place, it's been through a lot of ups and downs, and it brings back memories that aren't good, move it around. See, triggers. Watch for triggers. And that's how we start fixing our aura. So let me give you so now talking about health and losing weight and all those things. There's triggers that keep us overweight. Yeah, did you know that? And the biggest trigger is something colorful on the table somebody brought in. Or we're driving and we see a value menu. So listen, true story. I'm at the stoplight with my man, Chrissy Salem. Have you been? Oh, here he is. Oh, I love him so much. But listen, we share a profile on all social media except YouTube. And we're at the stoplight. Candy, do you know the story? It wasn't funny when it happened, but it's a little funny now. But listen, we're at the stoplight. He's driving. Oh, leave a like if you like your man to drive. And there's a McDonald's on the right-hand side. A Mickey D's. I said, Chrissy, can we get a small fry? And I was thinking about a small fry and the little cup of ketchup. Oh, the salty, crispy. You know what almost burns your tongue, girl? Can you taste it even now? I said, Chrissy, can we get a small fry? He says, Jesse Pump. Oh, I knew it was going to be no. He says, Jesse Pump, fries go to the thighs. And I like your thighs. I said, fries go to the thighs. He likes my thighs. Well, my thighs are more important than those fries. So craving control. He taught me an exercise. I'm going to teach you, and it works. So listen, if you have to go to work, you go to a job, you walk in the break room, what do you see more often than not? Cake, cookies, muffins, healthy muffins. Girl, do you have a bag of chips at your desk? Some candies, yeah? Well, Jesse, I get a dry mouth, I gotta have some candy. And you have to buy the extra chocolates because somebody was selling chocolates for their kids. Craving control. So the exercise is this. When you have a craving, that's what it's about. You got to start winning some little battles, girl. Check it out. So when you have a craving, Christy says, Jesse Pump, raise your right hand. I said, oh boy, what do I got to do? He says, he goes, get ready to say your name. I said, I could do that. He says, say, I am, and then say your name. I am Jesse Pump. And he says, say these words, I recommit to my fitness. I said, okay, I am Jesse Pump and I recommit to my fitness. I kept saying, he goes, just keep saying it, keep thinking it. And the craving went away. It went away. Because in that moment, who's going to win, the craving or a recommitment to your fitness? See, craving control. Okay, so Osiah, good to see you, Osiah. Oh, and Spring is on, and Steve, good to see you. So we're having a great time at the most funnest live show for girls only. And we've been talking about girl, you settled. That stops today. You adapt. So talking about these men. So Google surveyed women, and they said, what are the top 3 things you look for in a mate selection? Girl, listen to this. The answers were unanimous. Over 90% of the girls said, well, I want a man who's 6 feet tall or better. He's got to be in shape, 6-pack, and 6 figures minimum. I said, okay, this is what, if we line up 100 women, this is what 90 of them want. Good. But here's the problem. There's not a lot of those guys available. There's not. There's a shortage. Now let's not talk about the fact men aren't working on themselves or playing video games. But look, that's another live show. So the market dictates. There's a shortage of these men. And you can believe all you want, he's going to fall out of the sky and land on me. Well, he hasn't. It won't happen. It's easier to adapt. So listen. So you say, well, if I want one of these guys, I want my man. What is it he's looking for? How do I get on his radar? Quick. Now, is that a good question? How do you get on somebody's radar? Well, you find out what they like to have on their radar. That's right, simple. And girl, men are so simple, it's like elementary ABCs. So the men that were Googled, that they were polled, 90 out of 10 said we want a woman who's fit, friendly, and feminine. That was it. Nothing about education, experiences, travel. Fit, friendly, and feminine. So what gets you on the radar of a wealthy man, girl? Being fit, friendly, and feminine. See? And everything we've been talking about tonight takes you to fit, friendly, and feminine. And an example like Elena Cardone, an example like Adrienne Balboa, these are role models. These are girls we can look up to. So girl, you could say, he's got to accept me for who I am. A lot of you have said that. A lot of you believe that. And it's been what, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Going on 60, going on 70, going on 80? See? Do you want that? Do you want to be alone in the end? Oh, none of us do. So listen, girl, adapt. Recommit to your fitness. What is your fitness? Because it's different for all of us. Number one, they want a girl who's fit. Are you fit? It's yes or no. In other words, are you overweight or not? 71% of you are. And you're unhappy about it because you settled. You said, I settled on this. I can't change this. I see this all the time. Because you settled. And you said you don't settle. So make the decision. I'm going to be fit. It starts today. I taught you a craving control that I use. I still get cravings, girl. Still do. Well, like Chrissy says, fries go to the thighs. And I like your thighs. See? I'll leave a like if you know my man Chrissy. And I know some of you are pining for him. And Jesse Pump is watching. I work too long and too hard to get where I'm at. They want a girl who's friendly. Earlier I taught you what's making you unfriendly is the masculine energy. Learn to turn it off. That's it. Use it when you need it. Because you're all girl. Can't change that fact. See? And number three, being feminine. When you're friendly, you're feminine. Just like that. Well, Jesse Pup, how do I know if I'm friendly and feminine? Well, let me ask you, when you're talking to a man, do you talk over him? That's not friendly. That's what men do. Do you listen to listen or do you listen to respond? You listen to respond. Listen to listen. That gives you good karma, good energy. You're like a beam of sunshine because you just listen. Now, some of you girls don't like it that I say you got to pretend like you're a little dippy. Well, listen. This quality guy you want, do you know he wants to give you the world? Maybe you've seen the world already with your friends. Be dippy, don't tell him. Because if he hears you've already seen all these things, what's he got to give you? See, men are like that. Men want to show you things and give you an experience. But if you've had them all already, and a lot of you had, don't be vocal about it. Be dippy. Oh, did you say that? For example, did you say let's go to Jamaica? Okay. Now, so what if you've been there? Be dippy. Let him show you. They like that. That gives you good energy. Now, you know you're not dippy. Of course not. So it's things like that, girls. It's about adapting to get what you want, adapting to be happy. And I read this horrible survey. It says that over the next 30 years, more women are going to perish alone than ever before. Unhappy. Girl, we don't want that for us. We don't want to be one of those statistics. Maybe you know someone that's happened to. A girl just completely gave up and she's alone and unhappy. Don't let that be you. Stop settling. Stop settling. So, if we've never met before, I'm Jesse Pump, love and relationship artist, and I promised, right, girls, we promised we'd do something for the boys. So I'm going to set down little Jesse Pump. She says, Mom, I want to go with you to the show. And I'm going to set down. Now, mermaids know what this is. Every girl should have one of these special bags. But that's for another show. And we're going to do something for the boys. So, girl, if you could stand up. Because I've got my device. If you could stand up. Jesse, I'm standing up. What are we going to do? Girl, we're going to turn around. 360 for the boys. The boys like to take a look. So, girl, let's move your hips. Just side to side. Oh, get up. I know you were at a picnic. Your hair's a mess. It's okay. Get up. Move your hips. Feel your feminine energy. Now, let's go around one circle. Oh, girl, look at the boys looking. See that? So, girl, leave yourself a like if you stood up and burned a calorie and a half. And leave a like as you're having a great time with Jesse Pump, love and relationship artist. So live show every Sunday at 7 p.m. Been like that for 3 years now. Celebrating a year and a half on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody. And fresh content every day at 4 a.m. and 4 p.m. A lot of good friends in England. And girls, if you want to speak with me, message me. Let me know if you have trouble. If you got a question, please don't be shy. So everyone, I'm Jesse Pump and I love you. TikTok, hang on girls on YouTube, I love you. So TikTok.